Cheers guys. Hi, welcome to my channel. It's called A Stitch Too Far and my name is Ingeborg and today is Sunday, September. Yes, finally August is past. Let's just forget about August and move on, shall we? Yeah, so it's September. It's officially autumn, I think, and I have a weird American accent. So yeah, it's actually late Sunday. Well, late, it's middle of the afternoon. Usually I film in the mornings, but I went for a walk because I was taking advantage of the nice weather we're still having. It's cooled down a lot and it's been raining a lot, but yeah, when it's sunny I definitely want to go for a walk. I've still been exercising on my cross trainer, but you know, yeah, it's also nice to be outside for a bit. And when I was outside this morning, I have a sort of a regular route that I walk, and there's some animals that I come across, and in the spirit of our long dog stitch along combined with make all the crappy wobbly videos, I made a little video of some pigs that I come by every time I go for a walk. Usually depends on whether I take a ride somewhere or not, but yeah, already babbling, sorry about that, but here's the pigs. So, besides pigs, I've been doing stitching, and oh yeah, already racing ahead. Before we move on, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been commenting on my videos. Whatever comments you've left, they've always been very kind and optimistic and encouraging, and I just want to say thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Recently a lot of people that I watch have been mentioning that they are having a Flosstube anniversary, and that made me realize actually recently that I had mine and I just forgot about it. Mine was in August, start of August, and I've been making videos now for 2 years, and one of the main reasons for me to start doing this is to share with you what I'm working on, but also to have that interaction with other people in the community. And I just wanted to have a minute and say thank you for that, because it's been amazing and I love it and I love you all, and I really appreciate that you take the time out of very busy days and come and spend it with me now and then. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Not gonna do a giveaway or anything like that. I like it to be more of a surprise whenever I do a giveaway. So when you least expected. So I will show you, I've done some finishing, some very interesting finishing, which I will share with you. I did a little bit of purchasing, I got something in the mail, and I've been working on some stitches that are works in progress. So let's just start with those. When I last spoke to you, I was going to pick up tapestry again, because I'm getting so close to a finish on that, and nothing has changed. I'm still getting close to a finish on that. Oh, sorry. And let's see what I can show you. In case you're not aware, we have started a stitch along for this sometime this year, not sure when, with Kim in Canada and Caroline from House Needleworks. We just have a hashtag. If you're working on this and you would like to share your progress on it, please share. The hashtag is somewhere here. I see tapestry. On Instagram, I'm sure there are hashtags on Facebook too, but I still haven't managed to to get onto Facebook. Oh my gosh, it's on at the bottom of my long list of things to do. So yeah, and I was watching Stitching Mommy Sarah, who's just recently started this, and she was mentioning about this pattern, and I have always assumed these were birds. She's always assumed these were flowers, so just flowery birds or bird look-alike flowers, I don't know, but yeah, anyway, that was interesting, I thought. But yeah, I have managed to get some more work done on this. I'm using the Gentle Arts not fabrics, flosses that are suggested in the pattern, and I'm getting really close, guys. It looks that's gonna be a weird sort of red thread going through. Is that an actual expression in English? The red thread through a story. It's gonna be weird for this video, I'm afraid. Because now that I look at this just looks like Granny's underpants. Yeah, anyway. So I have been working on these green and yellow flowers. I've been sort of color completing, and that was kind of slow going on this part. Last time I did the birds and I managed to get a lot of these flowers in as well. This time it feels like I haven't done a lot. I had a busy week when I was working on this as well, so maybe it's just the amount of hours that I could put in this time. But yeah, I'm getting really close because this is actually the bottom. So it's just these two corners that I'm gonna have to fill in, and I'm not sure if next time I might try and just work one corner, because the color completing went a bit slow last time, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll stick to it. Who knows? Who knows? Not sure if I will pick this up in the next 2 weeks, but I am sure that I will finish it this year. Oh my gosh. Let's just be sensible about this, shall we? Sorry about that. Everyone okay? Okay. Some of these days I get a bit clumsy. Then last weekend I'm still doing the rotation where I am working on a bigger project, a larger project during the week, and a smaller, easy to finish project on the weekends. But last weekends I don't think I started the small, I just think I worked some more on tapestry, or I started my other big piece that I'll show you in a minute. But I also did some finishes, and I'll get back to those because that was a bit of interesting learning curves going on there. But yeah, so this week I worked on Arlene's piece that I've shown you before. Arlene Cohen works by ABC. I will link her shop below. The Praise of the Needle. It's some sort of poem from the 1630s, and I was trying to fill in this band when I last showed it. I'm using hand-dyed flosses from my LNS for this, and fabric by xJudesigns. I'll always link their shops in my description, video description, so go check them out. And here is where I got to this time. I stopped in the middle of a thread like I tend to do, so yeah. Yeah, got quite a lot done. As you can see, I managed to finish this band, the blue and yellow with the yellow circles sort of in the middle. And I'm adding a row of stitches, of double stitches at the top and at the bottom. And that's kind of tedious, as you may be able to guess. So I'm switching. I'm doing one thread of the in this line. As you see, I'm almost done with that, and then one thread to make more letters. And now I'm always doubting if I'm showing you the right way. Yeah, I'm definitely showing you the right way. So I started on the poem. First I only had the title, now I have the first line in. Love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. I thought when I would get to the letters it would go a lot quicker, but I don't know, it didn't seem to go a lot quicker. I guess it's just because of the 1/1. But yeah, I do love it. It does feel like I'm getting somewhere finally, because those bands did take a long time. Well, they probably didn't. I need to check, but it felt like they took a long time, but because I was struggling with the color choices that I had made. But yeah, now I'm so loving it. So yeah, happy with this. And then this weekend I started something new yesterday, because I had no small ready to go. So I rummaged through my big box of smalls and I found this pattern that I purchased last year, I think. And it felt like the right sentiment. It felt like the right sentiment at the time to start this, because it's called The Spot of Coffee. It's by House Needleworks. It's really hard, it's small. I don't know why they took such a weird picture with just this bit being the design and the rest is just dressing. I mean, come on. But yeah, it is a small design. I'm about halfway done with 1.5 days of stitching, so I'm not sure. I don't think I'll finish it today, but next weekend probably will finish this. And I did some color changes in it because I'm using the small piece of 40 count vintage, what's it called? Vintage something. Country Mocha, sorry, by Zweigart, which is what we got at the New Jersey retreat. And some of the colors that were called for, that's all DMC colors by the way, but some of the colors were blending in too much with the fabric, so I made some changes. But here's what I've got so far. Pretty pleased with this. I'm working at the house, on the house at the moment. And I'm writing down the color changes as I go, so when I finish this I will probably put it in the description of the video where I show my finish. But yeah, I'm probably gonna finish this into a pillow or maybe into a little frame. I'll have a look and see if I got a nice frame for it, because it should just fit in a really small, like a postcard size frame on a 40 counts. Yeah, loving this. And that's all I have been stitching on. So I'm going to show you what I've been finishing last weekend, and it has to do with the fact that I got something in the mail that I ordered. I wanted to try and make a stand-up finish. And Hofvijver, the Twisted Stitcher, go check out her channel. I will link her below, because if you're not watching her, you're missing out. But she has great tutorials, and one of them was for stand-ups, and I thought I am going to give that a go for the Statue of Liberty blackwork that I made in honor of as a souvenir for my trip to New York. And she recommends putting in some weights in the bottom, so I had to order those, and they took a bit of searching because I needed to find the Dutch equivalent name, because I'm not gonna buy those from overseas. But yeah, they are these little things. They're about 13 grams of lead inside of like a bit of fabric. They are used to weigh down curtains. So if you are looking for these in the Netherlands, look for gordijngewicht, something like that. and you will find several kinds, but these are the ones in the fabric, and these are flat, and they are perfect for the stand-ups. So I got a few of those because I will probably make a few more, even though I had a bit of an interesting experience making those. So yeah, this might not be content for every viewer, so I might get some thumbs down. But yeah, so some tips about making stand-ups that I learned from doing this. I followed a tutorial by Vonna, which I will link below because it is a good tutorial. I just made some mistakes and the first mistake I made is you're supposed to outline the piece that you stitched with an outline of where the stitching will go. That will sew your front to your back fabric. I did the outline and then I started cutting along the outline. So that was my first mistake, which made the eventual stand-up less wide than I had intended it to be. The other thing I learned is that a stand-up might not always be suitable if you have a rather if your design is not very wide. So I would say if your design is like the width of, I don't know, your palm of your hand, something like that, you won't run into the issue that I had. Well, the associated thoughts I had with this finish. And the third thing I learned is that if you want to do stand-up, you need to sew along the top of the stand-up in a curve. You definitely need a sewing machine where you can have a setting that it will allow you to do one stitch at a time with your sewing machine. I don't have that. So I had to really fudge, which meant that my curve is not exactly a curve, which wasn't helped by the fact that I cut my fabric too small. So I managed to save it in the sense that all the stitching is still visible, but it ended up looking a bit strange. So yeah, I'm going to show you, but please don't hate me for it. Oh. It looks great. It just reminds me of whether I'm wondering if I should put it on my nightstand or put it just out to display. I'm going to put it out to display because I think it will be an interesting topic for conversation with guests, don't you think? But yeah, either way, I'm happy with the finish. It's not as I had envisaged it, but oh well, everybody learns from their mistakes, right? Hope you learn from mine. Unless you like that kind of specific look. Okay, moving on. Now I need a coffee. So see, I was talking about that red line through the story. Well, I think that was it, by the way. No more bodily discussions. Okay, so last time I showed you those little squares that I was planning to make a ornament with in the shape of a star. I have filmed the steps of how I put it together, and I have put it together and I will show in a bit, but I'm not sure. I probably will make a separate video for that just because I want to keep this video short and I want to get it uploaded today, and I might have to do the upload of the video where I show you how I made this separately sometime next week or something. But yeah, so I managed to sew together all the 10 squares, and this is the end result. And it wasn't until I sewed the last pieces together that it actually started looking like a star. But yeah, I had the perfect color of button in my stash, so I put on the button to hide where it all sewn together. I wasn't exactly perfect in my stitching together on the side, on the seams, but hey, it's a star, it's recognizable as a star, and I had this little, I just put on this little bit of silk pearl that I got when Diana sent me a whole lot of types of floss and threads. It was a perfect color, so I decided I'm going to use it. So yeah, I will try and make a separate video showing you how I did this, and maybe this will actually be my thumbnail. Woo! So that was another finish that I was more happy about. Then this one was another experiment. I showed you my pumpkin finish, and I have sewn that into a pillow with a pom-pom edging. This is how it turned out. I am rather pleased. It puckers a bit in the bottom, but hey, this is the back. And I had never sewn a pom-pom trim on the sides, so I was puzzling on how to do it. I thought I might have to do it by hand, but I experimented by sewing it onto the brown fabric first and then sewing the backing onto the brown fabric. That kind of worked, but in some areas, as you can see, it didn't line up quite as I had hoped. But yeah, in the end, at least you can see it's handmade. So yeah, I think I did pretty good with this. And this is actually going to be a present, and I was considering if I thought the person who will receive this would mind my imperfect sewing, but I don't think they will, or they might not even notice. But yeah, yep, absolutely love this, and this has been a very big hit in Instagram. People love this pattern. I always leave a description of what I've used as a pattern in the description box, so it will be again here, and it is by an Italian designer, Renato Parolin. If you can't find his work, let me know, because there's a European site that sells his patterns, and he has his own site, but it's only in Italian and French, I think. Not sure. I will link it, but don't think it's in English. Yeah, love, 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 love this. And will make this for myself. So that's all the stitching things. Then I got some purchases in. I mentioned before that my Coffee Saves Lives and the Jane Austen stitching piece that I did, I wanted to get some better frames for them because they are a bit of an odd size. So I actually went to a framers for the first time since I actually framed this one. That's the only one I ever had professionally framed. And I was pleasantly surprised at the prices they were charging. It is a frame without glass though, but yeah. But still, I thought it was worth it, so I have found 2 custom frames that will be ready in about a week for those pieces, and then I will show them when I finish them both. But I will insert a picture of them here. While I was there, I went to our version of Hobby Lobby Action, and I found some round frames with a stand-up back, and they were like $1 each. So I got some. I will. You can exchange the inside for something else. So I figured I have that Maya mask that I bought, tribal mask that I bought recently. It might fit in here. If not, I'll find some other designs that will fit in here, because round frames are, you don't see them every day, so I figured I'd pick a few. And then I found these decorative fabric bags, and they had them with prints on them, but these are, I don't know if you can see, but it looks like you can stitch on them. So I'm gonna see if I can do that, and might be a fun little gift. Got 2 of those. They were like $1 each as well. For an experiment, why not? Then I want a giveaway from Michelle Bendy, one of her regular pattern giveaways from cross stitch magazines, and I had purchased something from her D-stash for Alzheimer's, I think, a while ago, and then we had made a deal that I would give some more money and she would send me some fabric too. So I got that in the mail, which is the Dimensions Gold Collection Petites. It's just it's not the whole kit, it's just there was a needle in it, which I managed to salvage from the floor before I actually stepped into it, but yeah, it's just pattern. But I love this, and I will definitely stitch this. I think Tina, you're stitching this too, or are you stitching just one that looks similar? Not sure, but yeah, love that. This is the giveaway that I won for a tapestry, a jungle tapestry. It's the tiger one. I actually also like this one, so if anybody happens to have that, let me know. Maybe we can make an arrangement and make a swap or something. Yeah, I love that. And then look at this gorgeous fabric, and that's the perfect, yeah, that's actually the right color. It's a bit more saturated than it's showing. Yeah, like that. 32 count, love it. We'll definitely find a good use for that. So thank you, Michelle. And I think tomorrow is a big charity sale for Alzheimer's. If you don't know Michelle Bendy Stitchy, go look up her channel. I will link it below. She is organizing a big charity event to raise money for Alzheimer's. Well, not for Alzheimer's, to help cure Alzheimer's. Let's put it like that. Yeah, one more thing. Not a name drop. I was watching Handmade. I think your name is Hannah, and she recently uploaded some new videos where she showed what she's been working on for the past few months. Finishes and starts, and that made me want to have another look at the colourway website. I did not purchase anything from there, but I have this book on my wish list for a long time, and the colourway website only had a hard copy for sale, and I figured if I buy that, I could buy it from book depository, which would save me on shipping, but still it would be quite some money. And then I was just looking for it elsewhere, and the Leisure Arts website had a digital ebook of this on offer, and actually had it on sale for a ridiculous price, and I bought it. And I got a PDF copy of this book, which I will show you, because I will do, it's this one. It's like the best of colourway studio, with this patterns from these 4 artists. So it includes Linda Gillen, Barbara Batts, Sandy Orton and Nancy Rossi, and it has, I think, 38 projects in here. And I decided I will do a flip through of this. I just printed out all the design, like the model pictures, like this. So I can do a flip through, because it is really hard to find any place where they show you exactly which patterns are in this book. And a lot of these patterns are also available to purchase as single patterns from the colourway website. So I thought it would be nice if you could have a comparison and see if there's enough in here that you think it would make it worthwhile for you to get the book or just get the single patterns. I will make a separate video for that, because then it will be easier to find. But also I purchased this, And in preparations for making that flip through video, I went back to the Leisure Arts website to look up the actual URL to link it in my video, and it's no longer on their website. So I don't know exactly what's going on there, but I think I got a legal copy. It is a book that's it's a Leisure Arts publication, so I'm not sure if I got the last that they have some kind of deal with Cooler Design Studio that they are allowed to sell like 1,000 copies, digital copies, or something like that, and I just happened to get the 1,000th one, or that there's something else that they made a mistake in the sales price or whatever. It's just not, I couldn't find it, but just if you're interested, just have a look and see if you can find it on the Leisure Arts website, and otherwise it's still available in hard copy from the Cooler Design website, as well as from other places, like I think it's also available from Amazon, but definitely available from Book Depository, I think. Hard copy. That's it. And yes, I managed to do it in 30 minutes, so we'll have to include some video as well, so it might be a bit more. So I will save the tutorial, or the, not tutorial, but how I stitch my star for a separate video, as well as the flip through of the Cooler Designs book. But yeah. And I put something else on my wish list to purchase patterns, because Lindy Stitches, Stephanie, that I'm doing the long dog along sale with. If you want to join us on Instagram, please feel free. If you're stitching on any kind of long dog samplers pattern, just add the hashtag long dog along to your posts, and we can all find them. But she has just published another new fabulous design of 2 beautiful turkeys, and she finished them as pillows. And go check out her latest videos and give her some love on her Etsy store. But yeah, they are on my wish list, but yeah, September is time for new budget. But speaking of new budget, I am going to Cambridge soon, and might have to spend some money there, so I'm not sure how much purchasing I will do this month. Anyway, I am going to say goodbye. I am going to say I hope you are all well. I know some of you are struggling mentally, physically, emotionally, with loss, with problems at work. But yeah, you know, I'm thinking of you, and I hope you are all well, and we'll have a good 2 weeks, and I will see you again. Not sure when I will upload a new video because of my trip to the UK. I don't know, Emma, are we doing some kind of live broadcast from the Cambridge Museum? Who knows? I'll see you sometime in September this year, I promise, okay? Bye guys. Yeah, wasn't done because I am tending to forget to do some kind of random Dutch facts, and I hadn't prepared one, but I did manage to glance at this. This is, or was, my grandma's cookie jar. And I don't particularly think this is very pretty, but it reminds me of my grandma, so I have it always close to me. But this is filled with I think it's a typical Dutch candy, I'm not sure, because it is a type of marshmallow, but I think the shape might make it typical Dutch. If you've seen this before in your own country, please let me know. But yeah. So these are called spekjes. Yeah, spekjes. They are a kind of marshmallow, so basically it's egg whites and sugar, but they are colored pink and yellow, light yellow, and they like traditionally come in these diamond shapes, and you basically tear them like that, and so you have 2 diamonds, well, sort of diamonds, and you can eat them. And these are just the basic ones, but you have them covered in sugar as well. And nowadays with the marshmallows coming in from all over, they are coming in all kinds of shapes and sizes, but these are the ones I remember from my childhood. Soft marshmallows in my grandma's tin, because sometimes you just need your grandma. Anyway, that was it. Like I said, don't know when I'll be back, but I'm sure I will be. So bye guys.